your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, authorities say a Lexington man died this week as the result of a fencing accident in the Panhandle. In a release, Morrill County Sheriff Milo Cardenas says on Tuesday, deputies and an Alliance Fire Department rescue unit responded shortly before 1 p.m. to a reported farm accident in the northern part of Morrill County involving a male with serious injuries. Cardenas says the investigation determined that 41-year-old Victor Manuel Rivera from Lexington died as a result of injuries suffered from the incident that occurred while he was working on installing some fencing. He says the investigation revealed no evidence of any criminal activity or foul play. Well, Nebraska Attorney General Mike Hilgers has been joined by the Nebraska Sheriff's Association and the Police Chiefs Association of Nebraska, opposing an amendment to the Nebraska Medical Cannabis Regulation Act they say would create a recreational marijuana system in the state. Hilgers said a 124-page General Affairs Committee amendment to LB 677 does not create a well-regulated, narrowly tailored medical marijuana industry. In yesterday's news conference, he said, while opposed and is still fighting the medical marijuana issue, this is not what Nebraska said they want.
The will of the people for a narrow, regulated medical marijuana industry is not AM 1251. It is not AM 1251. This amendment, which is 124 pages, and I would encourage all of you to read it. I've spent hours looking through this. I've had at least a half a dozen lawyers looking through this, and the issues presented in this amendment are far-reaching and dangerous for the state of Nebraska.
Hilgers said the amendment allows possession of marijuana flower, vaping, and other forms of THC that have no medical value, and the regulatory scheme is such that prescribing physicians have no accountability for writing prescriptions. We'll have more news right after this.
Whether you're gardening, searching for the perfect vacation home, or planning your next travel destination, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisors, Jody Rosiska and Kevin Figg, get to know you, your passions, and your vision for the future, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
The summer heat will be here soon, but our hot summer savings sale is on now. Get $1,200 off every door and $800 off every window. Plus enjoy no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Get an extra 5% off your entire project if purchased on initial consultation. Hurry, this exclusive offer won't last long. Now is the perfect time to upgrade your windows and doors, so grab these hot savings while you can. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
Welcome back. Governor Jim Pillen ceremoniously signed LB 317 Wednesday, creating the Nebraska Department of Water, Energy, and Environment. LB 317 combines the Department of Environment and Energy and the Department of Natural Resources with one significant focus of preserving and enhancing the state's water resources. At a news conference in the governor's hearing room, Pillen called water the lifeblood of the state.
It's like God's grace. You can't make it, you receive it, and we can take care of it. And that's why Nebraska, it's really important. Our pot of gold, the Ogallala Aquifer, I think a lot of times we tend to take it for granted and not recognize we irrigate almost 11 million acres in the state of Nebraska, more than any other state in the United States. So because of that, we're the epicenter of extraordinary developments.
Senator Tom Brandt said the combination was all about water preservation and management, noting Nebraska ag producers already use water in the most sustainable way possible.
Admittedly, though, we are dealing with the past effects of over-application of fertilizers, and we need to find a way to tackle the long-term effects of nitrogen management and soil health. That's part of what makes this legislation essential. We're cutting red tape, streamlining government, and making sure our state works as hard as our farmers do.
Jesse Bradley will serve as director of the new agency, and Matt Manning will be the newly appointed Chief Water Officer for the state. Well, Chadron State College will honor 245 candidates for bachelor's degrees and 65 candidates for master's degrees this Saturday at the Chacoin Center. Undergraduate senior Ella O'Brien of Chadron will offer the opening moment of reflection for the combined ceremony, and graduate student Kylie Kempf of Carroll, Nebraska, will offer the closing moment of reflection. The speaker for the event will be Dr. Charles Welsh, CEO of the American Association of State Colleges and Universities.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
The Cougars are on the road for postseason baseball. We're going to start right there today with the WNCC Baseball team playing at the Region 9 tournament in Pueblo, Colorado. Longtime Cougars head coach Mike Jones talks tournament setup and the team to beat.
It's a great opportunity. You're talking about a 6-team double elimination tournament, and it's tough. The competition is good. It is solid all the way through, all 6 teams. Southeast, you have to give them the 1 seed. They're definitely the 1 seed, and they are definitely the favorite when you look at what they've done over the past years. We have not seen them since, third week of March, maybe. So we know by looking at their scores, we look about what they've done to the opponents around the conference. I mean, they're definitely a very good ball club, and they're well coached. They play hard. They have a desire to win another championship for sure. So there's definitely somebody we will be worrying about.
WNCC missed out on a day 1 bye for this tourney with that loss at NJC over in Sterling this past Saturday. So they'll open up this morning with a round 1 game against Lamar. That's a team they split a 4-game series with last month at Cleveland Field.
Lamar's extremely competitive for sure, and they've got some arms. They've got some depth within their pitching staff for sure. They'll play a solid defense. They will do some things on the base paths. They will try to cause a little bit of havoc for sure. They're well coached, and so it'll be a good matchup. It'll definitely come down to both offenses and how they can handle the good pitching.
This year, the Region 9 tournament moving from Colorado Springs to Pueblo. It'll be played at the Runyon Sports Complex, and sounds like quite the change in terms of ballpark setup.
The field is not as big. It's not as big as what we used to play at in Colorado Springs. When we were in Colorado Springs, it was so much bigger. It was really a doubles type of field. If you had outfielders and you shifted and you made a lot of right decisions, you could take away a bunch of base hits. This field's much smaller. There'll be a lot more home runs hit than there has been in the past. That is for sure going to happen. And so we'll be fine. It's no different than some of the other fields we've played on in Region 9 all year. It's not much different than Cleveland Field. So I think we'll be okay.
The Cougars entering the regional tournament having won 12 of their last 16 games, and Coach Jones had some keys for his team to try and make a run at this thing.
Yeah, well, pitching has to stay where it's been. We've had really good pitching throughout the Region 9 competition. Pitching needs to stay aggressive, stay with the game plan. Trust Coach Bergner and the game plan he has put together against the opposing hitters. And then offensively, we got to get to work a little bit. You know, we're going to have to find scoring opportunities and capitalize. We're going to need some two-out hits with guys in scoring position. We're going to need back-to-back hits. We're going to have to do some things offensively that are going to have to create scoring opportunities. Nobody's going to hand it to us. We got to go get it.
Now here's the look at the opening day schedule for day one there in Pueblo. WNCC opening up this morning at 11 o'clock against Lamar. The McCook-Otero game will follow. The losers from those two games will get right back on the diamond with a 5 o'clock elimination game tonight. If the Cougars do win this opening game today, they'll square off tomorrow afternoon with NJC. Still have a few signings from Gering to get to, plus later today, one final signing over at Scotts Bluff High School. We'll fold all four into one last signing bonanza coming up on our next update here on the TV side on Monday. For now, that's the latest from the sports desk here. I'm Chris Cottrell.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, residents of the Northern Panhandle are invited to participate in the review of the Region 23 Emergency Management Hazard Mitigation Plan. Now through May 19th, the plan is available for public comment, at the end of which the completed document will be submitted to state and federal emergency management officials for final approval. The purpose of the plan is to identify hazards affecting communities and residents of Box Butte, Dawes, Sioux, and Sheridan counties, and increase disaster resistance by prioritizing mitigation strategies to reduce potential loss of life and property damage. JEO Consulting Group is helping the agency update the plan with a draft and how you can add comments available through a link on our story at kneb.com. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.